Hi guys, here we go. My first update after 1 month of mainly using Flower Nose products for my project pan. So let's start with the base products, which actually wasn't Flower Nose because I don't have a Flower Nose foundation. I used the She Glam full coverage foundation balm. I really tried with this one. As you can see, I used it quite well. There's a bit of a dip because I'm going with like a brush in. I have to say though, I absolutely do not like this balm. So I will not chuck it out just yet. Actually, I just realized. I think I have a well, there's a tiny little pan there in the middle. Can you see that tiny little hole there? Saying that, I don't count that as pan because I had to go with the brush in like this. And I do not like this balm at all. I can't stand it. So I will take it out of the project actually, and I will add something else soon in because the whole thing is I want to enjoy what I'm using at the moment, and I do not like this balm. I really tried though, as you can see, like I really tried to make it work, but that balm is just, it doesn't look nice on the skin. So there we go. Now Flower Nose project. So I first use the balm as a, actually no, first I finished this one. It's my Futurist Aquaprillins Watery Glow Primer. This is a primer from Estee Lauder. I finished this one. I like this one, and I have it actually in full size. This was only a 15 ml size. Oh no, not even 15 ml. Yeah, it is 15 ml. 15 ml size. I enjoyed using this one, and I finished it up. So that's an empty. Then I use the balm after the primer, and then I go in with powder. With powder, I had to go in quite a bit because of this horrible balm. It's the Fair Ivory from Flower Nose, from the Mermaid collection, and there we go. So as you can see, I'll try to hold it a bit sideways so you can see the pan. Well, not the pan, like there's no, I didn't hit the pan yet, but there's a slight dip now. There was like a mermaid imprint on it, that's all worn off. There's a powder puff underneath, by the way. There we go. I don't really use that powder puff. I use a brush. I do like this powder. It is quite nice, and it's a good tone for me at the moment for the winter time. But yeah, it's definitely wearing down. There's a slight dip in the pan even. Yeah, as I said, the mermaid is all worn off, although it wasn't a really strong imprint anyway. But yeah, there we go. So 1 month of usage. What I really have to say is, and this will be throughout this, you will see this with the other packaging as well. I'm really impressed how well the packaging is holding up. I had other cheap brands and even sometimes expensive brands like Eve Lom, their packaging always broke apart really quickly. But the hinges are holding up really nicely. I mean, I literally used it all month, every single day. So it's doing really well at the moment. Very happy about that. Then we use the powder. Then I go in with bronzer, and this is a blush actually. It's, I don't know from which collection that is. It's a blush, and I use it as a bronzer though. As you can see, it's quite a good bronzy tone. So this had like a little bit of a bird and flower imprint. As you can see, that is worn off. It's quite a small pan. I do like the packaging and I don't like it. I really like it because it looks pretty. It is really nice, but it is also very unpractical because it's huge. It doesn't even have a mirror, and then you have this literally this tiny little pan. It does actually say it's 4 grams. I do enjoy it though as a product. It's working well, it's blending out well, and again, the packaging is holding up really nicely. So there we go. So the birds are worn off. I don't know how I can, maybe you can see a little bit the flower imprint actually still. But there we go. Then once I went in with bronzer, I go in with my blush and highlighter. And blush and highlighter are both from the Moonlight Mermaid series, the jewelry blush. And it's number 5 I use as a blush, and number 2 I use as a highlighter. So again, packaging holding up really nicely, and there we go. So it is slightly wearing off now, the imprint, as you can see. I'm holding it a bit closer here. It is a bit of a gradient, oops, focus. It is a bit of a gradient blush. I go pretty much in the middle and then swirl, but it is wearing quite nice. I like it. It's quite a faint blush, so it's not like a full on, which I quite like though. And there we go. So this is 1 month of usage with Flower Nose blush. And then the highlighter. There we go. This one has a bit of a stronger imprint still. I do feel like also both of them, I go in with quite a rough brush, but the imprint is holding up quite nicely. But highlighter is just a little area I focus mainly on here because it's a matte highlighter basically. It's a bit of a bluish tone that you can see, and I will get to that actually. It does work as a highlighter. You can even use this because it's quite light. I can use it at least slightly for underneath my eyes because it is so light. You can even detect it on the skin, but I quite like to use it though. I'm really happy with how the imprint is wearing off, because it's wearing off quite nicely, and I still enjoy it because it's still there. And again, packaging is holding up. I am not 100% happy though that it's a matte highlighter. I do miss a bit of a shiny highlighter, so at the end of this I will add some other products in. Then once I did blush and highlighter, I usually then go to my eyes, and they're actually not Flower Nose product. I use this from Florasis Beauty. This is a eye pencil, hardly anywhere. Oopsie, focus. If I pull it all back, there's maybe 0.5 millimeter gone. I did use it every single day though, which makes me quite happy because this was quite expensive, but it is working well. I don't do much to my eyebrows. I just fill it in a little bit with this. This one actually has a spoolie on the other side. I don't really use that spoolie because I fill it in with this and then I go in with the brow gel. This looks disgusting, by the way. This is from Pixi by Petra. This is the brow tamer. I basically just take it out and then brush it through. So this one was completely clear when I started. We have already like a bubble now, so let's see how that one goes. It just looks disgusting because there is a bit of powder then, because I powder my face first and then I go through the eyebrows. So this is just how it looks like. So I don't like it. I prefer then when the packaging actually doesn't show me that, because I will still use it, but it just doesn't look very nice, does it? But yeah, I do the brows. Then after doing brows, I then do the eyes, and I start with eyeshadow, and there we go. I use the Swan Ballet, oh, what's it called? Flower Nose Swan Ballet series. And this is the number 03 Pink Swan, and I used it every single day this month, apart from I think 2 days this month where I don't wear any makeup. And there we go. So as you can see, definitely the imprints, they do wear off, but I try to be like not just stabbing it in the middle like a hole, but I am also impressed with how much you still can see, because I use them every day. They're actually really nicely pigmented. I usually put this one in the outer corner and a little bit down the lash line, and then swipe this one from the inner corner of the eye, or this one. Then I use sometimes this to blend out the edges a little bit, and then as a very last step I then put either of these two on, or sometimes even this one on the middle of the lid and this one on the inner corner of the lid. These ones I did not realize actually how nice, and let me actually swatch them, how nice and duochromy they are when you put them on. Let's switch them here on my hand. I don't know if you can see the duochrominess actually, but they are so nice, and they even pick quite well up on a brush. I do have quite a dense brush though, or you just pick it up with fingers and then dab it on the eye. But yeah, I'm really impressed. This is 1 month of use of a Flower Nose eyeshadow palette, and the shadows are really nice. They're well pigmented, and they're quite well pressed as well, so that the pans don't immediately look like rubbish after a month of use. And again, packaging holding up really, really nice. Now, once I did the eyeshadow, I only used this one a few times, maybe 4 or 5 times, that's it. I didn't use it every single day because I found like for normal, like when I go to work and for normal day-to-day, this one was enough glitter. Some of the days I did put this though on the inner corner or along the lash line when I was feeling like it. This product, it's nice, but because the other eyeshadows are so glittery, I don't really feel like this is necessary, but it is nice, and it just smells a little bit like, it stings a bit like glue, to be honest. But I still use this every now and then. This one was also from the Swan Ballet collection, and this one is in 04 Perfect Blossom. It's like a glittery eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow. Actually, let me blend it out a little bit. I have to say though, with that liquid eyeshadow, like firstly, it seems to be also a little bit duochromy, very shiny, and yeah, you can feel it a little bit on your eye though, because it is quite a lot of glitter in there. Then I use eyeliners after I did the eyeshadow, and I used mainly the black one. Every now and then I put on my under the eye, I would put this one. This is like the pink one. I really, really like these. The pink one is hardly visible. It's more like a little bit of putting a highlight under your lash line, which I like. And then the black one works absolutely beautiful. There we go. It's so nice. It goes really strong. I love the fact that it has such a fine, thin tip, brush tip. So really, really happy with this one. And the packaging also feels quite nice. It feels very weighty, substantial, and strong. Like when I pull it off and put it on, it lasts securely. So again, very happy about that. And then mascara, at the moment I use the Aldi La Cour one. This one, did it have a specific name? It just says La Cour. That's it. It was the golden one. Not a big fan of that one, by the way. It doesn't do anything. It makes my lashes black, but that's it. No lengthening, no volumizing, nothing. So I will see how I go with this one. But if it doesn't get better, I might switch that one actually out and ditch it. Life is too short for a mascara you don't 100% like. Now, I do want to add a few things in, because firstly, I'm removing this foundation, which I didn't like. And again, topic this year, I want to use foundations I actually do really enjoy, and I don't want them to get old. So, and they are actually, some of them are already old. I will add this one on Project Pan. This is from some, what's it called? It's a Korean brand. This is a cushion foundation. I actually used this already a few times this month because I was so annoyed with the She Glam one. There's still usage in there. I don't know how long it will last, but I'll put this in. I need to clean that sponge actually. I really enjoy this one. It makes my skin look very nice. And then the other one I will add in, because I don't know how much, because cushion foundations, they can be, once you start using them, they can go really quickly dry. I will also add in the Essentiel foundation from Guerlain. I really like this one. I actually need to mark it. It's basically down here. This is a weird bottle, so I probably just have to mark it on the bottle where we are. But I really like this one. It has skincare ingredients and I don't want it to get old. And yeah, I will use products I enjoy this year, so I will add this one in. Then I need a new primer, and I decided to add this primer in, the Soft Focus Glow Drops from L'Oreal. Let's see how that goes. And then, because I'm not 100% happy with using a matte highlighter, it does work nice, but I need a bit of shine, just a little bit. I will actually add another Flower Nose product, and that's quite a new one. And it's the Flower Nose Little Angel Collection Embossed Highlighter in 01 Cross Fable. Does it say anything else? Ah, it's 8 grams. There we go. So I will add this in my Project Pan. There we go. Look how beautiful. So I just need a bit of shine. And this one is quite good because, as you can see, it's not your full-on highlighter, but it gives a nice shine, and that's what I want. So I will add this one in. Then, actually, I just realized some things I didn't really mention yet. I really used my lip liner nearly every single day, and I had to sharpen it a few times. So really short now. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear 24 hours stay in place lip liner. I really like this lip liner. It's very soft, it's very nice, but I feel like also the usage, they're quite expensive. I'm quite surprised how quickly that goes down, and I use it every month, every day for a month, and it's already so much down. So that will be, I guess, I'll give it 2 more months and it will be gone if I continue using it like this, which I hopefully will. And then also quick update on, I didn't mark them yet actually, on my perfumes. I used 2, the Hotel Collection Myrrh and Sweet Tonka. This is from Aldi. I didn't mark it yet, but I know I looked earlier, we're down here. So fairly good usage again. I just want to finish this year because it is getting old and it's quite a heavy perfume, so it's definitely better for winter time. But I do mix it up every now and then with this one, Je Suis Belle, which is also from Aldi La Cora. This one was nearly full. It was up here and now we're down here. So I guess this will be done end of next month. But I will leave these ones in while we have winter time because this one just needs to be finished. Perfumes can turn, when they get old, they can turn and then they start to smell really badly, and I don't want that to happen because I actually really like this one. So I will continue working on this one. I will not add anything new there. But yeah, there we go. So far, very impressed with Flower Nose and using it on a daily basis. I'm really impressed with the packaging and how it's holding up, and how it's wearing down as well in the pan. It just shows it's quite nicely pressed. It doesn't like fall apart yet or anything. So really happy with that. But there you go, and I'll see you next time. Bye.